In 2008, you started to notice something different. What was happening at the time?
I think before the working holiday visa, which was the most used by young people, was something, to make an experience overseas, to learn some English, and to put something on your CV basically. And then the economic crisis, I think, arrived in Italy as well. So people tried to come to Australia and to stay in Australia. So they try to find every possible way to stay in Australia.
Can you describe the first wave from the 1960s and 1970s and the difference between that wave of migration to now?
Yeah. I think there are many differences. First of all, in the 50s, 60s they came here and there was plenty of jobs, of course. Visa wasn't a problem. Of course, Australia was completely different. So most of the time they did like very hard jobs, the sugar cane and the snowy mountain scheme, whatever. And that was hard. Basically, they built a community. Now even the young Italian coming now, they find it difficult to stay here, even if they have degrees, even if they can speak English. In the 50s and 60s they spoke very little English or no English at all. So now it's very difficult to settle down in Australia. They are leaving because at the moment in Italy you don't get what you deserve. Because if you study hard, if you try hard to find, your position in the Italian society, you don't get it. You don't get it because it's an old country and everything is pretty close. It's not the best position for the best person. It's completely different. If you know somebody, you get the position. So maybe a lot of people, young people, they get tired of this, trying, ending up working in a call center or in a supermarket. And I think this is very sad.
And why did they choose Australia, do you think?
Because it's the new El Dorado. They still think that they come here, they find a job in the first week and they can stay forever and they can have a nice house in Bondi or whatever. And I think, there are a lot of common places, a lot of stereotypes, which happens, I think, very often when you're desperate and you tend to believe to everything.
And when they come here, we're actually talking about people who are quite educated and quite skilled. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, we have doctors, engineers, we have surgeons, we have people from every kind of degrees. It's impossible at the moment. It's very difficult at the moment to find a job over there. So they try here, and when they come here, it's not easy because you need to have your certificate, your degree recognized, and sometimes you have to start again.
But they come here. What jobs are they willing to do just to be able to stay?
At first they do everything. Hospitality is the big mother of everybody because they start there like working in restaurants, in pubs. And from there they try to learn English better and better, and then they start to aim to different positions. But at first they go to hospitality most of the time. If we just escape from Italy, if we go away, who's gonna stay there? What's the future of Italy? If it's in a whole country, they have no young people, to start again. What's gonna happen after? So it's very short-sighted country. They don't look like 5 years time, 10 years time. They just focus on the moment, which is pretty understandable because they have a very bad crisis at the moment. So they just want to get over it. You know what? Italy is in G8, and sometimes I feel like I'm dealing with people escaping from a war country. And it's a bad comparison, but it's my feeling. Sometimes we don't think that they're going away from a country that in Australia they think it's the Dolce Vita, Venice and Rome. That's not the reality. We don't drive Ferraris. We don't wear Armani. We just fight day by day with our lives. In Italy, if you are a waiter, you stay a waiter for all your life. Here it's different. You are a waiter for the moment, you just pay for your living, and then step by step you try to aim to do something different.
I know you tell a lot of people, you warn them of the worst scenario, but do you still think Australia is a good destination for young Italians?
I think so. Overall, it's a beautiful country, and full of opportunities. And of course, it's not easy. I just want to tell them this: it's not easy, as they think in Italy at the moment. You have to struggle to get a job. You have to struggle to, make this place your home. But at the end, it's a good opportunity.